Hey everybody, Mio and Shannon here. Today's episode, we just wanted to come in and talk about our upcoming retreat from November 9th through the 12th of this year, 2023, just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. We are super stoked about this because we
Yes.
wanted this one-on-one time with you all. It's one thing to stay connected through the internet, and it's another thing to get to hug you, hold space with you, talk
Mhm.
about everything that you're going through, help you with your intuitive gifts, just serve you, whatever it is that you need for your healing journey. We want to be there and be a part of it with you. So,
Mhm.
Shannon, do you want to tell us a little bit more about where we're going?
Yeah. So you guys, we have mentioned this before on I think a live that we did, but we found this place outside of Phoenix, Arizona, and it was so synchronistic. And so Mio and I are really excited about this. But I was looking on Airbnb and Mio was on the app for VRBO, and we were looking through dozens and dozens and dozens of places. And then at this one point, I saw a circle on the map with no label. And I was like, what is this? And I go to click on it. And at the same exact time, Mia was like, ooh, what's this? And she was clicking on something. And it turns out we opened up the same exact location at the same time from two different apps.
And
So
both of our responses were exactly the same, going, oh, this is interesting.
this is cool. Yeah. And
A
so at
little
that point,
stuff. This is weird. I don't know. Oh.
at that point, we figured, I think I actually said, like, oh, because this happened, we probably really need to look at this as a possibility. And the more we looked at it, we were like, this is a super cool location. It's very eccentric. It's very, well, interesting is a great word for it. It's an early 1900s building, probably actually
Late
earlier.
1800s.
Yeah, late
Yeah.
1800s, and it's been restored. It's on the National Historic Register of Buildings, and it used to be a stagecoach stopover for people who are traveling. And so it's this original building that's been restored and renovated to be this small resort for large groups of people.
Yeah.
And it's like the way it's decorated, it's so eccentric and it carries a lot of this
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
Western
But
charm.
also this property that these people own, they have three different buildings on the property. So
Yeah.
like our retreat and our people are going to be in their own little area. We have our own pool, our own hot
Mhm.
tub. Um,
It's just our own space to roam around
yeah.
and plenty of like building space. Each, there's 5 private bedrooms that have beds in them. A couple of the bedrooms have king size beds and the other bedrooms have multiple beds in them. So there's opportunities for sharing space like with a bestie or a group of girls or friends that you
Yeah.
want to go with.
Which is the intended goal. As much as we would love, like, okay, yeah, come just one person, come rent out this space. It would be better to come as you and your bestie, you and your
Mhm.
friends, you and your sibling, you and somebody else for a bonding experience. So yeah, we do have, I guess we can talk about that. Do you want to talk about the room situations now or
Well, let's talk about like what we'll be doing over the weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, and then we can talk about the rooms. But
Okay.
just rest assured, like this place is so cool and interesting. I'm sure like the energy of it is very interesting as well. I was super excited to talk with these people and work out a deal for securing it for this retreat weekend. But okay, so what is the intent of this retreat? Mio and I have really enjoyed putting together topic information and having discussions about all types of things having to do with like your spiritual awakening and developing your intuition and moving through life, trying to be very aware of how you can heal and how you can grow and evolve. We really wanted to create a sacred space weekend for people who wanted to try to do this in depth over a long weekend.
Mhm.
And her and I both love working in person with people. It's really, for me, it's really powerful. And I know for Mio, she really enjoys it and has really powerful experiences with people face to face as well. And so we just kind of figured, like, why not get a group of people together who want to dive in, and then in that process, like the dynamic and the energetics of the group actually amplify what's possible in terms of deep healing, accentuating intuition, um, communication, opening. Like the possibilities for healing are pretty significant. So, and you and I have tried like mini events in Vegas this past January, and that went really, really well. So we thought, like, why not get a group of people together and just make it an intensive weekend and see what kind of magic we can create?
Mhm.
Yeah. So the types of things that we would be working on, or that we would invite you into as activities, we would, how do you want to do this? Do you want to go through our whole like Thursday to Sunday morning?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about tentative agenda that way, because basically, let's paint the picture of what this weekend is going to look like, right?
Yeah.
So we have this location, and if you're watching the YouTube video, you can see us scrolling through the website, or you can just go to soulsandstardustpodcast.com /retreat, and then you can see exactly what we're talking about. There's
Yeah.
photos, you can book and pay online. Um, but yeah, so we just want to take you through. So we have this space from Thursday to Sunday. And so Thursday night, it's basically going to be an arrival day. So people are going to fly in. You can fly into Pheonix. Then just outside of the Phoenix airport, we are about 40 minutes, 40 miles north of the Phoenix airport ish, I think.
Yeah. It
And
seemed like it was like 35 or 40
that
minutes.
first day, we just want everyone to kind of come in, drop your stuff, shower, hang out. I always got to
Mhm.
throw in that shower after you travel.
Yeah. Mia's really,
Um,
she likes to shower after traveling.
we're gonna have a bonfire going. We'll do some intention setting.
Hmm.
We want to basically be mindful and intentional over the whole weekend. So we want to start with this Thursday night welcome circle, and whether this is like casual or we're throwing stuff into the fire or we're
Yeah.
writing stuff down, journaling. Um, that's going to be Thursday night. And of course, all the food is included because it's us you're talking about here. So we're not going to make you like, so yeah, everything's all inclusive with what we're putting together. Your lodging, your food for the weekend, that's on premise. So just know that there's going to be extra Mio size snacks there. Um,
Mio-sized snacks.
you approved snacks. So yeah, Thursday night, we're gonna get together, probably hug each other for long periods of time, chat, catch
We'll
up.
just, yeah, get to know each other. A lot of
Yep.
introductions
We'll
and
do some
becoming
meditation
comfortable.
stuff. That one will be a little more casual, unless everyone says, hey, no, all of our flights are super early, then we can plan something,
Yeah.
more
More
structured if we want
significant.
to, but so that's Thursday. And then can you scroll down to the agenda part?
Yeah.
And then, so Friday and Saturday, it's going to be a little more
Here we go.
somewhat structured, right? So Friday morning, we'll start, and we don't have the set times for any of this yet because we're just going off, but we'll start with the morning meditation. And that way we're doing more of our intention setting, clearing our
Yep.
energy channels, and just getting ourself and our body prepared for the day. And so that also includes breakfast. And so we want to make sure that we're including like high vibrational foods and stuff that's going to be like clean for our clean for us, right?
Hmm.
Um, that will lead into our first intuition development circle.
Hmm.
Within that intuition development circle, that's where we really want to talk about our gifts, talk about what we're naturally good at and how we want to practice these things. And we'll
Hmm.
actually put them into practice with each other. And
And
this,
this really could be like discovery for you. If you feel like you don't, I mean, you don't have to have like a gift or ability to
yeah,
come to this
if you want to just
retreat.
try, like,
Yeah,
oh, let's try
this is
this.
about discovering
You
yourself.
want to come and practice tarot, come practice tarot. You want to
Hmm.
come practice in mediumship, let's do it, right?
Hmm. And
This is the spot for it.
just to reiterate, everybody has the ability to be very intuitive and psychic. I think some people are naturally just very good at it. And some people, even further than that, are natural mediums. So, but all of this stuff you can develop for yourself and become more and more intuitive. It just takes a lot of practice. So you don't have to be shy. Like, I don't have any gifts, so I couldn't come to this intuition
Yeah.
development. This is exactly what it's for, is for you to discover what it is that's inside of you and how to actually listen to it and work with your intuition, how to trust it, and just kind of either ease into it or dive into it with the support of other people who
Think about
are.
it like this is the summer camp that your parents would probably never send you to when you were a little
Yeah.
kid growing up, and you're like, I don't want to go to this other camp. I want to go learn about this witchy shit.
Witchy shit. Yeah.
um,
And really deep healing stuff. So
very
this
deep.
these intuition development circles that we'll do over the weekend are really, set up with the intention to help you grow and identify what your strengths are. And Mia and I can give you a lot of guidance on how to work within those abilities to become better and better at it. So lots of different exercises, lots of guidance, lots of practice with people
And
around you.
we're gonna be there to spot you basically.
Yeah, totally. And
And
validate you.
so
Like
yeah,
validate.
validate is,
Yep.
and then you're gonna see how synergy works with
Mhm.
everybody in the room together. And you're going to see, like, when we do group readings and stuff, you'll see how other people will pick up and understand the information. And you'll see just how in tune and connected we all really are. And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
really, really
how,
excited.
like when we did that intuition development circle in Vegas in January, we had 6 people sitting at the table with us.
Mhm.
And it was profound how many of us were getting the same information at the
Mhm.
same time, just slight with like, just like turning the stone and looking at another facet, right?
Yep.
So it was the same information, but just like a slightly different
Through my
perspective.
lens, through your lens,
Mhm.
through, yeah, so totally. So that's going to be the morning. In the
Yeah.
afternoon, we will have a break. That way you have downtime. We have time to recover and get ready for the evening portion. And then during that time in the break, you'll have time if you want to go. Sedona is really close, like less than like maybe an hour away. You can go
Yeah.
back down
Yep.
to Phoenix. You can go, there's hiking. You can go swim outside at our private pool if you just want to hang out and
Mhm.
do nothing. You can literally do that. If you want to nap, we'll keep it quiet for you. Like
Yep.
whatever you want to do in your afternoon. The meals are not provided if you go off premise for that portion, obviously. So you're kind of on your own there. But yeah, I highly recommend going to check out Sedona and that area if you've never been, to do some self-exploring and get
Yeah.
some
Just to
meditation and go see a
check it
vortex,
out.
sit in the vortex energy.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
we on Friday and Saturday, we will have lunch provided too. So like
yeah, yeah,
both
yeah. So
breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you stay on
if you
premise with
stay
us.
here,
Yep.
the other thing is, being I'm a photographer, and so I wanted to make sure that our attendees all got some time with me. And so whether that's just a quick headshot session, or if you want to bring a pretty dress, you want to bring some props, you want to bring, if you have some products, whatever it is that you want a little portrait session with to showcase you and your journey, we can schedule those during the Friday or Saturday break time. That way we have some little mini portrait goddess sessions with you guys.
I love that.
Yeah, I want it to be whatever they want. I don't want to say everybody dress like this. Like, no, that's not. I want you to be you. I want you to be comfortable in your own skin, and I want to
Mhm.
showcase your beauty.
Oh, I
So
love that.
those will be available Friday and Saturday afternoon during the breaks. Friday evening, we'll meet back up for dinner and our evening workshop, which we'll probably do
Mhm.
again, start with meditation,
Mhm.
do little mini, readings or tune into that way. Um,
And it could be, we also introduce some like group energy healing where
mhm,
we actually teach you how to work with your own energy and tune into your own body and how to channel light into the places where you feel like you need more energy or support. So these are all things that Mio and I have been discussing, like how to work them in. And really, a lot of these things we have a great structure in place, but it will depend on the dynamic of the group and
Yeah.
where the energy is that's created within the group and the flow and where you all want to go. Like if we're in a groove with some kind of group reading stuff or group channeling or whatever, we're going to probably stick with that and go as far as we can go with that. And so that you can develop as much as possible. So
Yeah.
yeah, evening
So
workshop. Yep.
evening workshop, and then we'll have more details on that as it gets closer, but we
Yeah.
know this is the structure that we want, and then we'll figure out, because we still want it to be flow
Hmm.
without being like, this is what it has to be.
Yeah.
So Saturday, it's going to be basically the same format. Wake up, do breakfast or development circle. You'll have another time for afternoon break. So
Hmm.
Friday and Saturday will be very similar in agenda style.
Hmm.
The evening, though, is where it gets cool and different. Saturday evening, instead of our we'll do a group past life regression meditation where Shannon will lead
Yeah.
us. And then
We'll
that's
have,
gonna be fun.
yeah, super
I
fun. And then we'll
love
have a
past
lot
life.
of time for um debriefing and if people want to share what their experiences and then we can help interpret as a group or just show support as a group for what has been revealed for each person and or you can keep it to yourself, but
Yeah,
it
but
is an
we're here to help you find
opportunity.
your answers and help you tune
Yeah.
into things. And we want to help you explore the hidden depths of your soul. That's
Hmm.
it.
In 2.5 days.
In 2.5 days. That's it. Um, so we're really excited for that. Sunday's going to be checkout day, but we do have time in the morning to do our same morning meditation. We'll do a weekend closeout and intention setting, and that way we can
Mhm.
just kind of recap and um just send you off.
Yeah, gratitudes, we
Yeah.
can share all the things about what we feel happened for us
And that
and
way you can have breakfast and stuff like that before you take off and leave. But that's
yeah.
pretty much, it sounds like a very quick weekend, but it's going to be, I'm sure there will be emotional points, because whenever we're doing healing work, we're simultaneously being healed ourselves. And
Yes.
so as I hold space for the women in my life and the people in my life, and I'm like meditating or praying over you or seeing stuff for you, sometimes it gets very emotional because it's also healing parts of me
Hmm.
that needed that to kind of pass by. And so, you know, it's going to be, this isn't going to be your average retreat where you're like, oh, we're gonna do some yoga, we're gonna do some hiking and da 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 da. It's like, no, we're gonna connect. We
Yeah,
are
we're gonna
connecting in with each other.
diving in. We're gonna probably challenge you to do a bit of shadow work for yourself and to
Yeah.
feel safe to do that in
And
a supportive group
this might be
setting.
lifelong sisterhood. Like the people that you meet at this retreat might end up being your lifelong tribe and your lifelong sisters. And not saying we're not inviting men, but we know our listener, we
Yeah,
know
it's
our
a lot of
listener
women.
demographics is mostly women. So that's just why we're addressing the women, but we're
Mhm.
not against men. We just know that there's a sacred sisterhood when women get together and feel comfortable and safe enough to open up and talk and be vulnerable.
Mhm.
Um, but it's open to all.
Open
So
to all people.
open
Yeah.
to all.
And Mio had mentioned that there are some nearby things to visit too on break times. So there you can go swimming, hiking, and exploring. Sedona is about an hour away. Pheonix is 40 minutes away. Um, we are going to be kind of in like just in a little tiny town in a valley that's surrounded by mountains. So you may find that you just go explore a little bit around where we are, and that's
Yeah.
good.
Or don't
Um,
sleep,
or
shower,
yeah, or just
go to the
hang out
pool,
in the pool.
hang out with us. If you're the type that wants to hang out, help us get the food ready.
Mhm. And
We, yeah,
Mio and I have also been talking about what to provide you to make it as beautiful as an experience as possible. So, like we had talked about providing you with custom journals so that you can capture all of your thoughts and feelings through the weekend, and just different things that will help you really sink into this weekend as an opportunity to find more of yourself and to nourish that part of you and maybe do some emotional excavation that's been long overdue. So we're talking about the different tools that we can provide you that will help you to make the most of this trip. So there's going to be some swag that's involved.
Yeah, we're trying to put together our swag bags and everything from other local vendors and stuff like that. So if you are participating and you want to, let us know if you want to be
Mhm.
in if you want to throw some stuff in our swag bags,
Yeah, that'd be
you can reach
cool.
out to me.
And anybody who does sign up for this retreat, we have a private social media
Yeah.
group for attendees where we'll be posting all the updates, all of the tidbits, all of the information for preparation
And
that you
that
would.
way also, if you're like a solo traveler and you're like, hey, actually, I'll book a room and save with this person,
Yeah.
and stay with it, you're more than welcome to do so for that. We want to try to build community,
Mhm.
trying to figure out how to make all of this work to make it easier for you guys, not just to book. We don't want you just to book, pay for it, and then do nothing till November. We want some
Yeah.
interaction and getting to know each other on the internet and through this
Mhm.
community first. Because
It'll
we know
make
you
it,
guys,
yeah,
we
but
know
it'll
you
make
guys,
it
but we
so
want
much
you guys to
more.
know each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll make it so much more fruitful when we're together in person. It'll be like old friends reuniting. And
Yeah.
so take advantage of that, like that
Yeah.
access to the community if you do decide to attend. And then she's a genius. She put down all kinds of information on the website, like what to pack, if you have
Yeah. So
special
let's
requests.
what to pack. It's going to be, so the weather there, even though it's November and it's outside of Phoenix, but it's still mountains. So the highs are going to be in the 70s and then the lows are in the 50s at night. So definitely
That sounds
bring,
perfect.
bring layers, bring a swimsuit if you're going to do the hot tub. And then, since it's technically sort of like an Airbnb, it's like, I still always bring my own toiletries and stuff like that, just in
Mhm.
case, because
Yeah.
I don't ever trust.
Yeah. What's going to be available? Yep.
Trust. I got
Yep.
trust
So
issues.
just pack like you're going to a hotel, right?
Yeah. And so then the other thing, we want to take special requests for any kind of dietary restrictions. We want to make sure before we do all of our food shopping, that if you're, vegan, kosher, gluten-free,
Mhm.
vegetarian, we can try to accommodate the menu to fix, so you have your
Mhm.
choices and stuff, and it's not just here's a banana.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And then
Yeah.
hopefully, if any of our attendees are chefs or anything like that, and they would love to maybe get a discount on their ticket and want to help
Yeah.
by trading some food or preparation stuff, like we're always open for bartering that way. If you feel called to be there and using your gifts in that way.
Mhm.
So we're flexible in that sense. Can you go back down real quick to the
Yeah.
frequently
To
asked questions?
Oh yeah. Yep.
All right,
Where
so
where's
okay, so then back to the frequently asked questions, you're gonna see dietary restrictions. You'll see the link for the private page for the Instagram page. That'll be Souls and Stardust Retreat instead of Souls and Stardust Podcast. And then again, if you're a solo traveler, basically the way that the solo traveler is gonna work, because the rooms that we have, there's 2 rooms that have 1 king size bed in each. There's 1 room that has 2 queen size beds in there. So technically you can fit a group up to 4 if you guys don't mind, snuggling in a little bit. Then we have a room with 2 twins and a room with 2 double beds. So again, you can fit, 2 people comfortably in a room like that. If you want to come and book that way. But if you're like, nah, it's just me, basically what you would do is, you pay your $500 deposit, and then that will secure your ticket and your space. And then if you're a solo traveler, we're going to place you. So basically the final payment is going to be due about a month before the retreat, so in October. So
Mhm.
once we have everyone's final payments and everyone's final room arrangements, we can put the solo traveler into the free bed, basically. So we just can't guarantee which room you're going to be in yet.
Mhm.
But that's why I was saying, if you find somebody on our private Instagram page and you're like locked in, put me and this person in a room together,
Yep.
we're going to try to accommodate that. Um, so yeah. And then if you want to book a small room, so let's just take the queen
A
size room,
small group if you want to
small
book
group,
a
sorry,
small
small
group.
group.
Yeah.
Yep. You're like, all right, me and my girls want to come. So same thing. It's just the $500 deposit down. And then basically that's, you know, the rest of the payment will be due October. And then depending which room you have and which beds you're reserving, there's slightly different prices just because of the amount of space or the amount of people that you can fit into one room. So like the
Mhm.
queen room, basically the cheapest it would get is if you can fill that queen room with 4 people, because then your rates will be down to like $825 per person.
Mhm.
Like if you guys can fit all, 4 of your friends in there. If
And
it's just,
that's for the entire weekend, including
yeah,
your food.
yes. So that's the other thing I want to say. So it doesn't sound so scary. Like
Mhm.
if I say, all right, the 4 of you are going to be, you and your besties are going to be in the queen room and it's $825 per person. That's for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's food included. That's our time. That's our energy, everything put into that. And so we were trying to keep the prices reasonable,
Mhm.
but also make sure like everything was taken care of in case there's, we don't want to come out of pocket for extra things if we don't have to. We want to make sure that everything is accommodated. We have good food, not little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Well,
just want to
because
make it comfortable for
you
everybody.
enjoy eating, I enjoy eating. So we're going to enjoy eating when we're also having a magical weekend. I do
Yep,
have a question because, and I want you to clarify this because I know we'll get this question from a million people. So
sure.
when you pay the $500 deposit, is that $500 deposit also included in these prices that are listed on the website?
So when you pay the $500 deposit, you subtract it from that
Per-
amount that's on the website. And
Perfect.
you'll actually see if you scroll down. So, oh, I can't scroll because it's not my page.
Yep.
Once you pay your deposit, there's another tab that says paid balance. So
Perfect.
you'll get the best price if you can just pay your room off in full at booking. So
Mhm.
it'll be like $100 cheaper. But if you're like, nah, I can swing the deposit right now and then I'll pay the rest off in October. Hit that pay balance button.
Right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this is where I wanted you to see. Now,
Oh,
when you hit pay balance and you know what room you booked, or if you're just doing a workshop ticket, you just want to drop in, you don't want to stay with us, but you just want to come for the day. We have day passes, or if you just want to come for that, you can.
and I think that's an amazing option too, you guys. So if you're in the Phoenix area and you want to come hang with us for a day, uh, you can do
You
that.
can do
We
that.
would love to have you.
The prices are on there. So once you hit pay balance, it says, all right, remaining balance owed by October 1st. If you're a solo traveler, your second payment, your final payment is only going to be $425.
Mhm.
If you book the single bed, if you book the double bed, the queen, it tells you like this is, and then if you click that button, select balance,
Mhm. So you have
you'll,
to know which one you're booking
yeah,
into.
you have to know which room you booked. That's very important. You can't just be
Mhm.
like, oh, I booked a solo traveler, but now I'm going to pay off a king room balance. That doesn't make sense.
Yep.
So
So you
yep,
can work
it'll
you.
it'll subtract because I did all the calculations. I did everything. Dude, I was up for days working on this
I
website.
know you did so much work and I'm so appreciative. Oh my gosh, you
Did.
guys, Mia was a genius at taking care of this stuff. So,
So
and you'll have some questions that you have to answer, right? What is your name?
yep.
And then who's attending with you if it's other than yourself, just you. And then you add
Yeah.
that to the cart.
Oh, and the other thing, if you're booking for a group, so go back a page.
Mhm. Hold on, let me,
You might just have to go click the other tab. I think it,
did it open another? Oh, hold on, let me just
yeah, it
see.
opened another tab, just the other one.
Hold on. There you go. And where do you want me to go?
So like go down to just pick like the twin beds room. So
Okay.
if you want to book out the room with the 2 twin beds, scroll
Okay.
down, but say you're booking for the 2 of you. Oh, sorry, actually, this one is pending. So go ahead
Oh,
and
it's pending. Awesome. Okay. So let's go. Let's try.
just pick like the double beds is fine. So if you're booking as a group, so hit select payment option.
Mhm.
This is where if you're going to pay in full single occupancy, you're like, I just want to book the whole room out. I don't want nobody else in the room with me. It's just me,
Mhm.
one person, but I'm gonna go ahead and take up 2 beds just so I have some privacy. That room that's the price, the $22.50. That's for the whole weekend. That's like, all right, you want to pay in full, it's $100 cheaper. If you're like, no, I just want to pay my deposit, you can choose single occupancy and pay your deposit there. Or if you're like, no, me and a bestie are booking this room, that's where you book for you and your bestie. It's not you
Nice.
book and then your bestie books. You're basically taking control of this
Yep.
book for you and your group.
So one of you
Yeah.
decide who's booking, and then one
Who
of you
wants the
go through
credit
the,
card points?
yep. Yep. And then you book it, and we can take care of the rest, making sure that we have the names and the people who would be booking together.
Yep. So if you select a payment option
Mhm.
and hit add to cart, that's where you can add in all your attendees information as well as your dietary restrictions and your other notes that you need for us. There's also a terms and agreement that once you add to the cart, you'll need to go in and read through, check everything, basically saying, you're healthy, you're choosing to be here, you're responsible for your own travel to get there. We're not paying for flights. Just kind of all your liability waivers and stuff like that. Saying, I'm choosing to be here. And then
Yep.
also, so go down to the very bottom. Once you click through, then it'll let you add it to the cart and let you pay and book that way. And then around October, you can pay, obviously you can pay your balance before October, but we'll send another reminders out starting in September that your final payment's coming up. And then that way,
and no later than October 1st, right?
Yep, no exceptions. I can't, it just like that's it. Because the final room assignments are going to depend on those final payments. So if your
Yep.
group just books your deposit and never pays off your balance, I got to release those rooms to somebody who wants them, basically. So it'll be really important that the person, you guys are organized and on top of your stuff, but we'll do the best that we can to send out all the reminders just so you don't miss that.
Yeah.
But
And you guys, this is so exciting. Mio and I have been talking about doing something like this for like 2 years now. And we felt like the time was absolutely right. And it was so synchronous how we found this cool place. Oh my gosh. And the fact that we are doing this over the 11/11 is also significant. So when we realized that weekend was open, we wanted to take advantage of the energetics of the 11/11 gateway and just really use it to our advantage to amplify everything that we can in a group dynamic, doing what we're doing, healing, discovering, emotional excavation, creating connections, all of the really, really good stuff that we hope for you guys anyway by listening to our podcast, but now we can do it together with you, which, makes my heart super happy to do that. So
I am super excited. I'm
yeah.
more excited at the unknown of who's going to be there.
Yeah, right.
That whole, like, it's like camp, like, I don't know, but I know I'm going to make some friends and I know we're going to get deeper and I know we're going to bond and connect. And these are like people that will probably be in our lives forever.
I
So
hope so.
at
Yeah.
some level. And so we're just really excited, you guys. And we really, really, really hope that you can make it. Even if you can't do the full weekend, just grab a day pass. Like, if you can swing it, come on by. We would love to sit around the fire with you.
I just want to hug you people, right? We get so much positive
I
feedback,
want to
and
snack with you all and
yeah, I want to hug you.
laugh.
I want to go through these exercises and experiences with you and help you. Like, this is what makes my heart just expand, is being able to work with people in this way and to see them have their light bulbs click on, or like, what they discover they knew or sensed, and have it be,
When you start seeing other people's intuition get validated, you're like,
yeah,
there it is right there. There
it's
it is.
so magical. We had such a good time when we did this in a small group format back in January. And I was like vibrating for 6 hours after we were done with that. It was so amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, come
All right.
join us. It's going
I
to be a
know.
great time.
soulsandstardustpodcast.com/retreat. All the information is there. I'm going to try to get out there within the next couple of weeks and drive to go get some updated photos and video of the property, just because it is so it's older and it's like privately run by a famie or a couple. So there's not like
I think they're
there's not a
an
ton of stuff
older, a
internet
sweet
about
older
it. So
couple. Yeah.
yeah,
A
so I'm gonna
sweet
like, all
older
right,
couple that they didn't have
it
a
was
ton of
all,
pictures on the
yeah,
internet, but
it's okay. But
yeah.
it doesn't matter. You get the idea. We're just happy to be there. We're gonna have our own space. It's gonna be warm, do stuff. I get to see you guys in person and
Oh
eat
my God. It's gonna be so
together.
good. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
And
so
we'll
good.
talk astrology. We'll talk spiritual stuff. We'll talk mediumship. We'll do tarot. We'll do Reiki. Like
Hmm.
I have another friend that's going to try to go and she does emotional release therapy. So ERT. So we were talking about
Nice.
doing some introductive conversations there because that one's like you need a 5-day intensive to do
Of
ERT.
course.
But
Yeah.
at least to talk about different modalities and
Hmm.
explore with one another. So you guys visit us, soulsandstardustpodcast.com. If you have any questions whatsoever, shoot us an email,
Hmm.
soulstardust@gmail, or you can just DM us. You know where to find us
Yeah.
on
Reach out
Instagram.
to us on social
Yeah.
media. Yep.
At Mio Buckley, at Gratitude Maven, at Souls and Stardust Podcast. Happy to answer all your questions before you book. If you want to, if you have a bigger group that you're trying to accommodate multiple rooms, please reach out. I'm here for
Yep.
you. So we love you
Yeah.
guys and we cannot wait to see you in person. You're probably going to see more lives from us and just dropping more and more information about this. So again, talk to you soon.
Yep.
Love you.
Love you.